Hello guys, welcome to episode 13 of this Club 3 of our Journeyman save. This is Viking, and we start on the dressing room atmosphere screen. You can see that's going well. This is purely for old lady play, so you can see the dynamics are fairly good, with the exception of Ludvigsson, because we signed this lad. Now that doesn't make any sense. So Ludvigsson is slightly worried we signed him to take his place, even though we're playing Ludvigsson as a defensive-minded midfield. The only overlap they have is in this position here, where he doesn't really play. So we are playing Jonsson higher up. So yeah, I don't know why you could be possibly annoyed about that, but dressing room atmosphere is good. What has been going disappointingly is the form. It's not been terrible. We had that terrible win over, terrible draw over Kongsvinger, where they went 1-0 up and we just looked really bad for the whole game. It's since then, form-wise, in terms of actually in the game, we seem to be doing okay, which just we are incapable of holding out a game. So we played this game against Stromgodset. We were 2-0 up. Back show Pereira with the goals in the first half. Looked dead easy, and we threw it away from there somehow. Don't fully understand how, but we managed to. Then the next game against Start, 3-0 win. Nagash with 2. Jonsson got his first, and all is good with the world. We're still unbeaten at this point. Valerenga away from home. I thought this would be a tough game. We were 2-1 up into the 95th minute of the game, and they pop up with a late goal to give us a draw. And that's kind of what it's been like against Bodo Glimt. This was the only game we've lost. Now, to be fair, they had 3 clear-cut chances. We didn't have any, but we had far more shots than them. Bialo with our goal, but and we took the lead, but it was 2 late goals from them lot that won it. And we did win in the cup, comfortable 4-1 win. Colander, Jonsson with a couple, and Horns with his goal, late goal for us. And then we've just played Sarpsborg, and it was comfortable. We didn't look in any trouble at all. Nagash with an early goal, and we were just kind of holding them at arm's length. And they, it was one of these highlights. I'd set the team up at that point, so we were playing more disciplined, not counter-attack. And what do we try and do? We try and counter their counter-attack, and they counter our counter-attack of their counter-attacks and scored, a goal which looked very offside to me. And yeah, so I've been spitting feathers actually this start of the season, because it's just so close to getting the points, but we're not quite getting that. We're also besieged with injuries seemingly all the time, so we really are struggling to get a full team out, or the team I'd like to get out. We've got long-term injuries to Pereira. Well, we had long-term, so he's been out pretty much for the whole period, so he's back in about a couple of weeks. Back shows he's a double hernia, so he's a month or so out. And Viking, he is out for another sort of month or so. So those players that I bought in to kind of help the squad out, it feels like we're firefighting a little bit, and it's disappointing. The league itself is just madly weird. So we're just outside of this whatever this grey bit is, the European playoff zone, but there is nothing in it here. Nothing in it. A win throws you in there or knocks you out of it. There's nothing in there. We could be in the relegation zone. We're only 2 points clear of that. 4 draws, 1 win and 1 loss. And you think, well, it should be better than that. It really should be better than that. So today we're playing Arundel. They have lost 3, drawn 2 and won 1. Who did they beat? They beat Sarpsborg away, the team that we failed to beat. So Sarpsborg, yeah. Mulder. Now, that I had missed. What the heck is going on there? Now, the question is, if the manager at Mulder gets kicked out, do we try and take the job there? I know we're with Viking, but I feel we've got a better chance of winning the league with Mulder. What do you reckon? That's something I hadn't noticed, because they've won the league, and they're likely to get sacked if this is what's going to happen. Don't tell anyone I said that, but that sounds an interesting proposal. I've not bonded with Viking, even though I won the cup with them, in the same way I have with Örebro and Gotna. I don't know why that is. It just hasn't happened, and that would be an interesting move. That would be a very interesting move. So we're playing Arundel. I am recording. Good. We'll be going for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Sorry, I keep pressing the button and nothing was happening. So, yeah, we're playing this team. They're another recently promoted side. They are doing okay in the league, as we saw. I'm babbling and filling out the time because it's I came back too early, as always. And every team in the world appears to have played. We don't need to see all that. Let's see what we can do here. I mean, we've won the cup. That must be worth something. So one of the things I tried was playing Jonsson back here in a position he was a little bit more familiar with. The other things that I've kind of fiddled around with is I've taken the overlap off because I feel that leaves us a little bit too open. I think we need to stay wide because wide is kind of what we do. Maybe I did have, yeah, I think I've taken that off as well. So I'm gonna take the shoot on sight off as well. Yes, squad wise, team wise, what we are going with at the minute. So what I had realised is that, or hadn't realised, is there was a couple of guys who had hardly got any games at all. Scarred, for instance, he came in last season and he's hardly played a game. Physically, he's very, very good, and you know, he could be improved a little bit mentally, but he's only 20, which is probably why I signed him. I barely remember doing that. 220,000. You guys probably all remember that. He's hardly played at all. He's not even moaned about it. So he's back. He's into the side, and he's going to be playing alongside Hjalmarsson at the back. Cloven, we've got no choice about. Troon is back, but he was injured for a little bit. Callie is the other guy who's... we have no choice about because Pereira is out as well, injured. Ludvigsson is playing alongside Akbari, and I'm tempted actually to make a change, bring Colander on there because of his passing ability. Biolo is on the left. He stepped out of the last game actually, and we played this guy. Another guy I brought in and hardly played at all. He's mainly a forward, and I wonder whether to give him a chance up top. Let's do that. Maybe that's a thing. We'll put him out as the advance forward, and this is going to be it. We've done it. We've solved it. I didn't even go through the team properly, did I? I mean, what is this about? So they're going with the formation that I almost played, and we're going to go with the classical faith. We've got faith. We'll hit the old get creative right at the start. We're just in that 8th position, just trying to... It wouldn't take much. A couple of wins is all it would take to get us right in there. And I think this league is just ripe for the picking. There is no... Rosenborg have started incredibly well, but that's it. There's Rosenborg and Mulder, and they are the team that are a little bit ahead of everyone else, and then everyone else is kind of not far behind that. So if you can just get a few decent players in, like maybe a striker or something, then that'll be pretty good. Nagash here beats his man. Oh, gone wide. We get so many chances, and our finishing is just dreadful. Well, I can hear my kids screaming in the downstairs, so that's good. Well, they started well, unfortunately for us. 2 shots for them on target to our 1, but the only highlight we've seen is that shot from Nagash. Another one, Heiskanen. Is he going to have a shot? Oh, it was offside anyway. But a lovely shot from distance there. So it looks like they are playing some good stuff. It's always a worry. Nice to see our players sort of going with theirs. Trying to do something there. Nicely done. Rommetveld on this right side. So he's got an opportunity because there's 2 right-sided players out injured. So it's only him really who can play there. Oh, over the top. Heiskanen. We're not really getting the possession, but if you look at this, we all the highlights that we've seen are for us. So we're creating the decent chances, which is nice. But as always, we're not putting them in the back of the net. Overly using the get creative. So, Nagash has got it. Ball down this side. Nice ball. Rometveld, which seems to be decent on this right side. Ball out to Clavan. Oh, over the top. How is that over the top from there? Man alive, that is awful. How can you possibly get that over the top? I've been playing around with free kicks and corners and stuff to try and just find something that works a bit better. Yet to see any evidence that it is working a little bit, but I've never actually managed to. I find the corner and free kick taking menu, it seems so restrictive. I don't really see how you can create a master tactic out of that. It just seems like you can move this guy to this position and nothing else. You know, why can't you move him like somewhere else? Whereas, you know, I don't understand why it's so restrictive. So it's 0-0, and that's pretty much par for the course. Drawing, but we're getting some chances. A lot of nice balls into the box. We'll go with unlucky. See if this that fires them up. Yeah, they're fired up. We're unlucky, boys, and we're not going to be unlucky in the second half. We're going to demand more, and off they go. I fired them out of the changing room like a cannon. We're actually, despite all the nonsense, we've moved a position up. Heiskanen, I don't know what he is free kick taking, but he's taking it anyway. That looked like it was in. Beautiful free kick, my friend. But no. I mean, are we just trying to draw as many games as we possibly can? Because that's what it feels like. Show some passion, lads. The balls are coming in. This is nice. Nice ball out there. I don't know if it's a nice ball, but it's into Heikkinen. Oh, it's wide. The chances, they just keep coming, and we keep bloody missing them. And they've not had a single one. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Oh no, there we go. Viking, are you going to find a man? Are you going to find the man? One of these has got to go in the back of the net, surely. Well, who is that too, you prick? Ottenson. That's just the worst ball you could ever play. And here we go. What's the defender doing? Oh, my God. That's the best chance we've seen, really. It was the defence just opened up and said, come through here, lad. Have a shot. We know you want to. I feel the front two seem to be working quite well together, so I'm not looking to change that. I don't know, though. Biola, what are the options on this right side? Nagash can play there. Ugh. Nothing. Got nothing on this right side. Biolo. Rometveld is not really doing it, but we just have nobody. What can Jonsson play there? He can, kind of. Should we do it? Let's do it. Screw it. Screw it. I'm doing it. That's what's happening. And we're going to bring on Knut Froland because he's got a bit of young spunk or whatever. That's probably the wrong thing to say. But I'm hoping he can, you know, find a gap or something. He does have a decent shot on him. Right, last few minutes, we're just going to peak it up to positive. I feel we've created good chances. And it's just annoying we're not able to put them in the back of the net. Oh, God. Well, who saw that coming? Man's up. How many times? Come on. Well, if it's going the way it's gone before, then we should not. Wow, what's happened? All of a sudden, the team has decided no, we're not playing anymore. Come on, can we get a late goal? That would be a turn up. How about that? I was trying to click the right button and I clicked the wrong button. So here you go. Here you go. And all of a sudden, they've turned into sort of an awesome side in the last few seconds of the game. which is always good. Oh, this game frustrates me sometimes. This is kind of been what it's like for a lot of this. Can we get something here though? That looks a terrible challenge. I wonder what's going on. I mean, is there a chance coming out of this? Scarred plays it wide. Just about keeps it in. Biole. What is this? This isn't a... Yeah. Well, a 1-0 loss. I feel that's harsh. But I felt virtually every result we've had this start of the season has been harsh. So we're down in 12th. It's really not good. And Malta have ended up losing. Right. What's the situation at Malta? Oh, in fact, what's the situation here? Are we in trouble? They're pleased at the minute. Yeah, I don't quite know what's going on. I do not know what's going on at all. Other than I'm fairly annoyed with what is going on because I can't seem to put it right. But we're not playing badly. We're just not scoring goals. And I don't know, or not scoring enough goals, I should say. We're defending suspectly for periods, and that's giving the opportunity to the opposition. I mean, yeah, end of games, we kind of crumble, and I don't know why that is. Anyway, well, that'll do me. We'll come back probably for the Kristiansund game if I'm still here. But if we decide to do the Molde thing, which will be interesting, I will come back when that happens. But thank you very much, as always, for your support on this this channel and this series. If you are enjoying it, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if this is your first video, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully with a return to form. Hopefully. Thank you very much. Goodbye.